All right, so it is Wednesday. We are on meal number 2, which means we're making an oatmeal bowl, or like an oats bowl. It's a little sweet treat. Basically, we're just gonna throw in, I'm measuring everything right now because I'm in prep. Have a show coming up at the end of April, so we're about 11-ish weeks. Man, I really need to learn how to pour better. About 11.5 weeks out from the show. I just want to show you kind of what I like to eat right now. So while that's cooking, we grab out blueberries, and then we grab some Greek yogurt. We're running a little low on the old yogurt. Plenty of blueberries. And then, obviously, throw some protein powder in there too. Honestly, what I love about this meal, it's sweet. I have a sweet tooth. Like, it's one thing I tell my clients when we're working together. It's like, I just don't keep ice cream in the house. Like Grace knows at this point, I just don't keep ice cream around because my favorite ice cream of all time, Americone Dream, Ben & Jerry's, if you know, you know. And if there's a pint of that in the house, I don't think I've ever opened a pint of Ben & Jerry's and not finished the entire thing. Straight up, that's how it goes. So that does not enter the house, especially during prep. If I still want ice cream, maybe when we're not prepping or whatever, we just make an ice cream date of it. We go to a shop, get a scoop of ice cream, have a nice little time, make a date, eat it there, and then come home and no ice cream in the house. But I still want something a little bit sweet. So that's what this oatmeal is for. All right, let's do this thing. We've got our oatmeal here. So now we're throwing in half a scoop, or about 26 grams of whey protein. I have the Kirkland on hand right now because it's a crazy good deal. You get like 5 pounds of protein powder for $45-50. Usually that'll get you 2 pounds. So down the hatch we go. So boom, on the dot. All right, now let's mix this bad boy up a little bit here. Fun part. If you get your ratio right on the water, you don't need to add anything. Sometimes it comes out just a little bit too dry. Let's see how it is today. Yeah, we could use just a teensy bit. So in this scenario, that's what I have. Just a tad bit of like an almond milk. This is like unsweetened vanilla. Doesn't really matter to me. Super low calorie. It's literally a tiny little splash, like 10 grams of an almond milk. I think like a whole cup of that is 30 calories. So throwing that in there, maybe it adds a calorie or 2, right? There we go. What I like to do is yogurt next. You might be like, yogurt, that's nasty. I don't know. The Oikos, like 000, vanilla, choice. There's probably a million different types of yogurts. I mean, there is a million different types of yogurts. You walk into the store and it's like, it's got its whole section. It's all laid out there. Enormous, right? But what I'm doing, I'm throwing on a dollop. Boom. Literally 74. We'll say this is probably 2 or 3 grams, but yeah, it is what it is. So here's what we're gonna do with the old blueberries. We're having 100 grams of blueberries thrown on top. Make it simple and tasty. Sometimes when I'm not fancy and I have like the frozen blueberries, I'll just nuke them, and it almost gives this little like syrup at the bottom. It's just the berries, they're just frozen, but kind of adds a little bit of flavor, and it's almost like it's a little warm blueberry. It's kind of nice. So this is meal number 2. All right, a little oatmeal bowl, a little chocolate oatmeal. We got our yogurt on there. We got blueberries on there, down the hatch. I wanted to make this just because I want to show like, I'm realizing this, I love like a dollop or like something you can add on to a normal meal that can change like the texture. It just adds a little bit of a layer to the meal, makes it fun, right? Like my breakfast, I have a big egg white scramble. I toss on like pico de gallo. I want something on there, a little Cholula. My third meal, I do some more yogurt, but I do like yogurt, some apple, and then sprinkle with some cinnamon, right? I want some flavor in there. Even like low calorie sauces, low calorie dressings, like the G. Hughes, like the sweet chili. I'll use some of that on like my big ass salad with some Bold House ranch dressing. Throw that on there with a bunch of chicken. Delicious. And my last meal of the night usually is like sweet potato, ground beef. And then, you know, with that meal, other than some veggies, I'll be throwing on a dollop of like cottage cheese, like if I can find the Good Culture cottage cheese, that low fat one. Just, right? Something adding on. Yeah, I'm big into that. So if you don't like having just like straight up dry meals, or you like layers, you like a little extra something on there, try it out. Let me know if you like it.